Okay, here we go. Maiden flight of the brand new E-Flite UMX Timber X. I've just got the 2-cell in it right now. I had to straighten out the rudder a little bit with a couple turns on the screw, but looks all good there now. All right, let's go. CG looks good. Left and right looks good. Turns nice and tight with that big rudder. Yeah, feels good. No problem. Nice and level. Alright, well, let's give her full juice there. So this is full power. On the 2-cell. Flies okay, nothing wrong with it, but it's not remarkably fast. So we might as well fly out this battery, and then I'll put in the 3-cell and we'll film that too. All good, guys, for maiden flight. Not going to do anything too crazy with it yet till we get a little feel for the plane. It is definitely snappier than the turbo timber is. I think just because we've got bigger surfaces and that motor. It is a little bit stubbier, shorter plane too, so it handles a little bit better. Me up a little bit there. Alright, well, not bad for maiden flight. I'll take that. See, this thing taxis pretty good. A lot better that direction than the other direction. With it taxis. Okay, so here's maiden flight number 2 of the brand new E-Flite UMX Timber X. I've got the 3-cell in it now, and we got a little bit of flaps for takeoff here. Take those flaps off. I already see it's quite a bit faster. So I've got the battery pushed all the way up to the nose. Seems to like that. CG looks perfect to me. I don't have I can fly it without my hand on the radio. You can see it's just purring along. Alright, so let's see what this 3-cell's got to it. Oh yeah, that's better. So that's full speed. Quite a bit faster. Throttle cut. See her glide. It likes that throttle, like it will glide, but not as much as the TT does. With that shorter wingspan. As soon as you take the throttle off, she comes down pretty quick. Alright, let's try some vertical here. Oh yeah, right up. Throttle cut. It just wants a lot of up elevator if you're gliding off power. But she does it just fine. Another full speed pass here. Flies nice. Again, we're not going to get too crazy here on the Maiden with anything because I want to feel the plane out. I like the surfaces to get broken in and all that with a couple of flights before we start getting into rolls and loops and all that stuff. But it flies great. As pretty much every E-Flite plane does. She'll turn pretty tight with some rudder. Not bad without rudder too. So there's without rudder. It's kind of like a low, lazy turn. A little bit less than 30 feet, I would say. And you can get it down to almost 5 or so with some rudder on it. So again, I got 5 minutes on this battery, so we'll see. We got about a minute left here. Do a couple more passes. Let's try with the full flaps on it. So that's its full flap setting. Throttle off. Oh yeah, it gives it quite a bit of lift. Look at that. So I know that first flap setting it like 4% or whatever like that. It really, I don't know. You can't really notice much. It doesn't do a whole lot. But the second one here, I forget what it was. 40%, I think it was. That works. Works good. So I think that's what you want to use for your takeoffs and landings, is that full flaps. Help slow the little baby down. Alright, so let's line her up on the runway here again. Wind's almost died right down, so we don't need to do anything crazy here. Nice. I want to turn to those big rocks here. Okay, here's the third flight of the UMX Timber X. This is on a 3-cell as well, 300 milliamp. Let's put those full flaps on for this takeoff. Try that. Oh, it's right up, like 2 feet. Especially with the 3-cell, lots of power. Yeah, I got some more rudder happening one way than the other. So, need a little bit more adjustment. It almost looks like they had the rod in the right place and then moved it again, which was the wrong place. So I moved it back to what looked like the right place, and it's much happier now. I'm flying more or less pretty straight, but it's pulling a little bit more one way than the other. So just needs a little bit more tiny fine tuning. It's almost dead calm right now, so it's perfect to check that kind of thing. Yeah, just a little tiny bit of rudder correction it needs. So that's a couple of planes out of the box from E-Flite that stuff hasn't been 100% lined up. So, I mean, if it looks like it's not lined up, guys, line it up, right? You know, they're not perfect. So, for the most part, you know, there's not too much of an issue, but all it takes is one surface to be wrong, and you're in trouble, right? So you can easily fly it one-handed. Take a look at my timer here. Oh, 20 seconds, perfect. Time to bring her in. Put those flaps on again. Slow her right down. Perfect.